Hey class, welcome back to Chapter 2, Fractions and Ratios. Today we'll be looking at adding and subtracting fractions. So before you add or subtract fractions, they have to have the same denominator. If the denominator is already the same, you can go straight to addition or subtraction. You're looking only at the numerators. So what happens is the denominator stays the same. If, however, the denominators are different, you need to find the lowest common multiple of the denominators. We call this the lowest common denominator. We make the fractions equivalent so that they both or all have the same denominator, and then you can add or subtract as you would if they were already the same, looking only across the numerators. So I've got three examples. The first, we're going to look at what is 3/4 plus 2/3. So I'm skipping an example of the first one just to show you guys what's going on. All right, so we need to look at the numbers 4 and 3. 4 and 3. The lowest common denominator, or the lowest common multiple of 4 and 3 is 12. So 4 times 3 is 12. There is no number that is smaller that they both go into. So what we need to do is we need to make both of these fractions out of 12 before we can add them. Okay, because there's a little addition sign in the middle. Now, to get from 4 to 12, we multiplied by 3. So we have to do the same thing to the numerator. And what that gives us, I'm probably going to regret writing that in a light green, but that's fine. Okay, 3 times 3 is 9. Same on the other one. Sorry, I lost my pen. Okay, same on the other one. To get from 3 to 12, we need to multiply by 4. 2 times 4, we do the same to the top and the bottom, and we get 8. Okay, I'll switch back to a normal blue now. 9 plus 8 is 17/12. You can choose to write that as a mixed number if you'd like, 1 and 5/12. Of course, that's totally up to you. Both answers are correct. Preferably work down your page, but I don't have enough room because I have examples popping up. So, this time we have 3/2 minus 2/5. So again, I need to look at the lowest common denominator, okay, and the lowest common denominator, LCD, of 2 and 5 is 10, which is conveniently this fraction multiplied by 5, which is the other one's denominator, and this one multiplied by 2. What that then gives us is 3 times 5 is 15, and 2 times 5 is 10, minus 2 times 2 is 4, and 5 times 2 is also 10. Now our denominators are the same. We can go straight to subtracting. 15 take 4 is 11. Of course, you can write that as 1 and 1/10 if you would like. Both of these are correct. Last example now. Okay, this little meme is like oh, you should change your fractions to proper or mixed numbers if they're improper, which is silly because when you get to senior levels of mathematics, improper fractions are actually preferred as your solutions. I will accept either or, but please know that usually at year 7 at least you should be simplifying your fractions to mixed numbers, which is what we've done here anyway. All right, this time, a little bit more thinking involved. We need to think of the lowest common denominator, which is the same as the lowest common multiple, of 4, 3, and 5. So we need a number that 4, 3, and 5 all will divide evenly into. I'll let you have a think of what that might be. Okay, the answer is 60. Okay. Just having a think of your multiples of 5 alone. 5, 10, 15, well, that's a multiple of 3, but not of 4. 20, that's a multiple of 4, but not 3. 25, 30, again a multiple of 3, not 4. And we keep going until we get to 60, which is 4 times 3 is 12, times 5 is 60. Okay? So, we've got our lowest common denominator. To get into that number at the bottom, 4 times 15 equals 60. So 3 times 15, and I'm going to try and do some weird color coding things again. 3 times 15 is 45, and 4 times 15 is, of course, that 60 as our denominator that we want. Okay? The next one across. To get 3 to make 60, we need to multiply by 20. So 3 times 20 is 60, and 5 times 20, same as what we did to the bottom, is 100. And then we need to add, what color have I got left to play with? Let's stick to dark blue. Okay, we're going to keep the whole number part as it is, just for the moment. We'll deal with that later. 5 times 12 is 60, so we need to multiply the 2 by 12 as well to get 24 60ths. So our fractions now all have the same denominator of 60. We get 45 60ths minus 100 60ths plus 1 and 24 60ths. Now, the pro tip when you've got mixed numbers thrown into your addition or subtraction is to sort of deal with them separately. So we've got a plus 1 here. We're going to just keep that there. And then we're going to look at the fraction parts separately to that. So 45 minus 100 plus 24 over 60. We can write it like this. Effectively, we're looking at only the numerator. And we get 45 minus 100 is negative 55. And then we add another 24 to get, okay, 1 and negative 31 60ths. Okay. Remember that I have to work across, which is really annoying because I'm out of room on my screen, but you will ideally keep working down. 1 is the same as saying 60 out of 60. So if I had a whole pizza that I cut into 60 slices, I'd have 60 out of 60 slices. Okay, minus that 31 out of 60, because remember this could be saying plus a negative or subtract a positive, and that's what that gets there. So 60 minus 31 is, of course, 29 60ths as a positive number, okay? And we can't simplify that either. So that was a very long, tricky example. Most of the ones in your textbook will not be that difficult, okay? If I had 4, 3, and 6, well, 3 is a factor of 6, so I'd only have to look for the lowest common multiple of 4 and 6. That would be nice and easy, okay? If you can simplify an improper number to a mixed number, please do that just as good practice. We could have done that here as well and made this 7/5 in the first place, and then we wouldn't have had to do this weird conversion thing at the end. We would have got the answer straight away at 29 60ths as well. So just note that, and then we would have had 84 over 60 here, and things would have cancelled out. We would have spat straight out to our 29 60ths. So of course you can make numbers improper. It might be easier for you to do that. It might be easier for you to deal with the whole number parts and then work with them at the end and sort things out. As always, guys, good luck with the work. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll speak to you all very, very soon.